There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. Yes, it is.
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
Ex-love, ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone. Do you really?
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
There's this giant ball there. And evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball. Infinitesimally small. You can't even make out it's a ball when you're juking it out. It's that large. Vying for resources is just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face. Or you.
Somewhere in the sore, bloated man-meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
You can take it. You're a champion.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend. And once you swoop up and catch the tie, snap, it's released from the blade. Warning, warning, the necktie is no longer contained. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base, then steam covers the mirror. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly abort, you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Behold, you have no idea who this thing is, do you? Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. Oh my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? You are correct. It's too late. Like an image on film. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
Hello, officer.
There they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin. Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now. The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Because you're a police officer, sir. I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking. Could it be because of the drinking?
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
A glib remark. Don't let it stand. Assert yourself. Retreat is not a winning tactic.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. She looks back at you, a light glimmer.
Yes? The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city. It's 51. Yeah?
Those words tell me something else. Feel like something you've said innumerable times before. Your mouth is the very shape of them.
There was the usual ruckus. I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here. Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them. Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on. I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and then a slow, sad song started playing. Like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time you were yelling along to it. That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it. Okay. Glad to have been of assistance.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul. Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed through a PA by other people. You should sing the sad, slow song you were listening to last night. Thought it was obvious. Serves them right. You have to find out how the song goes first, though. A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from on the counter, rolled out of his open hand. You see a blister pack of headache medicine. It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. You fumble with the spring-loaded gate of the carabiner. Like fucking sleigh bells. What are you?
Stop finger-fucking him, officer! I'm responsible for these oafs and their stuff. Even Sleepy there.
Yes, sure. A criminal.
The man does not mind.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. As you approach, he narrows. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, on the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 50.
You realize he's waiting. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. You instinctively run your hand over the multi-patterned silk of your tie.
Don't worry, Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau is one classy name for one classy cop.
Yes, well, it looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here? Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial in? Okay, we'll have time for that. After, have you removed the dead body from the tree? So,
this is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General. Yes. They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCA. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage. But again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do... You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence. After you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party.
A man in his late 20s, with a thin, unimpressive beard, notices you approaching. Could he be irritated with you? He avoids...
Mr. Guard, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41? Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body.
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the...
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you can use.
You said you just got here.
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the...
But you still know your way around, yes?
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective. I have everything. You? The body was behind the building, right? How do we get there?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard.
And how do we...
See that door there? Go out and turn right. There's a big hole in the fence. No need for a key. Just go through...
Are you supposed to feel guilty about the whole...
Let's go.
Not so fast.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one.
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
No, don't listen to him. It's madness. Just talk.
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right.
Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him!
What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant. That's Cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't.
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. I'm sorry I couldn't help more. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car, okay? We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, but you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. In time or space? That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your head. The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below...
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop!
Kuno's got this.
it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Fuck that! Peanut!
They pay you no heed.
The rake! He should throw the rake! The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
This trash container, there's something in there. Not necessarily connected to the case, but still. Just a trash container. Your fingers start to itch just looking at that padlock.
Trash? Food waste from the cafeteria? They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. What do you mean, feel? I agree. We should get someone from the remote viewers division here. Oh, it might also be evidence. The mob could have disposed of something in there. We should get it. We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage. Or we could ask for a key from the...
Can I help you? Mine? No, it belongs...
Thank you for clearing that up.
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too.
I thought as much. And I...
Well, yes.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
This trash container is locked. With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for...
You see, Milk, you've done this before. The movements are recorded. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are among the threadbare kitchen as the legs of the slime-covered jeans.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, drop them in here, officer. Guitar-marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see?
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as some... Not really. All we know is...
The lieutenant nods. Then looks... It's just nothing. It's... What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out. Something larger. A clipboard.
Officer, is that your... It is. Look. The plastic has the RCM street grid on it. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Well,
His eyes express a rare condolence.
Lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's advert. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case.
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list.
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see...
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be... Thank you anyway.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene. Yes?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging. There's a piece of toilet paper. Or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet. It's a metaphor. Below the pathetics, it's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now, an aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. Looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility outside the right circumstances.
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property. It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have had lights.
This means you can read the watermarks.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard, they're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average. What do you mean? Is that all?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it. 2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. That's okay. We all do, sooner or...
Like a fan of girls, the checkered papers dry in your hand. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. Yes, all caps. One is called the Next World Mural. Another, the Square Bullet Hole Murder. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but...
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the... It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. officers use these titles to... Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still I named... I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
There is, for precisely... The ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It will do. Onto the paper with a brash free hand, uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost inspect the victims, interview the cafeteria manager. A satisfying slash sounds across the page. Things to be done and things already done.
No, actually. Any ideas? Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. It's proving to be harder than expected. Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. You don't exactly close them, so much as in the back you see thin translucent copy paper, some neon yellow, some bright red. All then rip them from the binder and hand them out. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones, a dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameter. These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the court, all in a print so small it could be considered downright cute. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those full. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board. Something rattles inside and something small inside. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli. Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it. With your hands, U4 sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board. Is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing. The ledger quivers in your hand as it shakes. The acidic stench of, like the bits they put into public piss bowls. Probably called Fermi Discreet. Remember when I said the smell of the upstairs bathroom was so rank they should have sent a poet to describe it? Maybe you should pay more attention then? Anyway, what your nose is trying to tell you is the ledger was dropped into a toilet in the whirling in rags by you. The toilet cleaner in your room smells exactly the same. There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hungover. These are just dent heavy worker's boots with... Isn't this something an industrial work?
Noted.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth. Too late. It's impossible to keep in, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. If you can handle the headache, some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor. I can't handle the headache.
It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
There is Fritz nearby, east of the hostel. There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow...
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material. Because there's a secret door. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then?
Be still, my beating heart. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial...
Looks like someone left his top. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Is it? Kvalsund makes a lot of heavy equipment, but this is phenomenal. But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing. Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gym.
Sure. Just be careful, okay? Looks like you almost strained a muscle there.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? Of course. What can I help you with? Sure, I'm done with it. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. Of course. Where to? Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. The harbor gates? Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. No problem.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
Of course.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Before you stands a motor carrier. Vapor emanates. This must be the infernal machine. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
All right. Ready? I turn, you press.
He's downplaying his excitement. The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The round like a leopard waking from its... The lights unfold.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine.
As you hold your ledger's clip,
there she is. Rêve.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. There are many of them. The first row has 18 dots. The next is the longest. There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 100. The last row has that's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an... The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth? No shame in working a regular job, detective. Sometimes after a long day of doing this, I even envy. This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number. Wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely, for an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the... There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for. Yes.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however. The lieutenant nods. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the art.
Let me see. Right here. Oh yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler from another planet. Hey there. It's the jam, my man.
The air from the east is thick with the smell.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating. An all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout. Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however.
So tell me, what do you need? He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what it... I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type.
Ah, yes. From the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching. Anything else? Us lorry drivers, camionneurs, you still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool. Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
I'm okay, man. Just... the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin...
Maybe the full-on, direct approach wasn't correct. Damn. It's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
Don't be a stranger.
An old monument, a silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am not a good track record of mental health in that family. As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd, even by the standards of the Philippian. Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of his own maladministration, foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line. Philip III's ludicrous bronze likeness looks defiantly up into...
We have a right to work! Hold up and stay frosty, everyone.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes. Good. We're fighting for a cause. Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking. Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, we have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. You trying to meet their fat boss?
Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open...
We are not picking a side, indeed.
Pity.
Let us work!
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is. Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of crime.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home. At least for now.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get...
Scott? I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. That's okay. I have no idea what I'm doing either. I don't even know what day it is. Don't tell me. It's a better day that way. You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits. I don't operate in that capacity. I walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk, then press the button to then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Está. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible. Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong. Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Sure.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you! Honest, we came here.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow you?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were.
Body betrayed.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger, because you are. What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely. Your breathing is
Stop it! You are embarrassing you. This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it's...
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al-Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but other... No, you don't. You need to get another drink.
Show him the hand still got it.
Jerking motions, signs of a late stage neuro. You gave the world. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Himians. You will be superseded.
It is, baby.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
That is right. You should leave the stage of history. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the oaths to...
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff. Yes, better not to expand your mind in this direction. You may find out too much about the mystery. Fly too close to the race sun. How did this happen?
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it.
Your fist cracked.
The words to the song have changed.
Your hand twists in his...
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further. Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race fate. Idiotic communism is the single greatest contributor to your race descent. Above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence? I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race. What you need is to come to terms with extinction and never get it.
I don't think anything about this.
Your pedomorphic friend is right. You should...
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians. I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hug. Let's think of something else.
No. You should do it again. It's the last thing.
Welcome to Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist cult. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to...
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind... But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave.
Silence. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Whatever you say.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarette.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's the strike. Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. Apples. Yeah, apples. I take...
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep. I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that. Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources. The problem? The damn kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other introduced species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Oh?
Don't push your luck, runt. Looking for something, runt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Good morning to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eye...
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh?
The words, Daredevil.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything round here. Especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then. Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else.
Life doesn't need to... I'll be with you in a moment, officer.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bleed.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. No, You got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
See? Your munching and complaining have ruined my concentration.
Could the objective of the game be to throw the metal?
Ah, mon Dieu. The pain in my back is unbearable. I can't hear.
I hope you pass out from it, you goddamn jellyfish.
Shush. Ignore them. They don't know what they're doing. They're old. You are letting down yourself and the team. Does it matter what team? Pick a team. Eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky. You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, a chilly breeze ruffles your hair.
Merde! Bordel! What the hell is your problem? You vandalized our game, son! We can't play pétanque with 5 bull! No! We are not good, goddammit!
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug! You are as I got good! Mistakes are forgiven, when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now why did you approach us? Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. In Martinez, the union is the law, so cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to ours. If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present. And almost no. This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine. A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. Under the graffito, a sea of blues, and the church looks old and weather-worn. Around the large wooden building, you see chunks of sea ice. This is a wall on the side of an apartment building. You have no clue. So many walls all over Martinez. Weather wall.
There must be another way into the building.
A sturdy metal door. The door rattles against your knuckles. The door rattles again. But this time, you hear an...
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside. The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here. No. I already told you. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door? There must be another entrance to the east.
Madame, I assure you.
There is no reply. Just faint... striking woman.
Good morning, officers. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM. I'm glad to see you here.
Like steel. There is strength there. If she wanted...
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM...
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from a...
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, it happens quicker than a shooting star. But...
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation. And everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets. I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice...
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations.
Wait. She just admitted that the lynching and the strike are...
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates. Yes, I believe there is a connection. But that's a... Yes. Jean-Luc Measurehead. Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped.
And when did you...
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens, no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive. The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of...
Don't let her answer it herself.
If these workers were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Mr. Clare told him to... fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see. Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before.
Sounds like usual aggressive posturing.
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. Every worker, a member of the board. Then you might also like their other slogan, Demand Democracy. Personally, I agree. It lacks the pizzazzo of every worker a member. It's quite simple, you see. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about what, just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings. I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, and now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the
Excuse me, from whom did you...
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a...
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
Oh, heavens, no. We get along just fine. Yet, now that you mention it, I can't stop imagining that black treacle just dribbling down his double chin. He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar. Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues. Of course. Of course. How else can I help? Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to...
Of course, ma'am. We should have... And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid...
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please. Oh, dear. I do believe you, naive as that may sound.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I...
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to feelings will guide the way.
I assure you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible. Trust me, officer, I am fully committed to resolving this.
She's silent. The wind flaps the sail above her.
Officer. You know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give some...
You're doing it, despite your own best...
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my... The Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbor. It's an open secret in Martinez. Surely it must not come as a complete surprise. Or you can find your badge, which honestly seems like a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we... This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman. This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
I'm sure you will, Detective. No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? It's quite straightforward. Someone is using terminal
Ingredients for
meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the... Yes.
Wildpine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link. The lorries. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Well, perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout.
Her irises are light green, like the river.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you. No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. This is a limited time opportunity. Thousands...
Well, at least this solved...
What is that?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand, yes? Excellent. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the... In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance. Of course, Detective. Take...
This Post Lavatorie mail collection box. A faint sticker on the side reads, RCM. The tear machine stands. Your bottles clunk into the machine. A lorry stuck in the traffic. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The back end of the cabinet.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nerve.
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind? Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms.
Time to arrest him.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il-Moran market lately. This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find...
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry.
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man? Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration. Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo. Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.